have to be physically attracted to you, obviously.
What do you like though?
Nice teeth.
Okay.
I love a smile. Love a beautiful smile. You got it.
Okay.
Smile to the camera. He's got it.
How can I get moved to you?
I hate the what's up, Ma? What you on to the relax.
Would you be okay if the guy said to you, listen, I don't want to be with you. Love what you're about. I'm just here to just kind of like get to know you. I just want to date you, take you out for food, and maybe just clap cheeks.
100%, but say that from the beginning.
Okay.
100%.
I just said that though. I just said that though. So, what are we saying?
Cut the camera. Cut the cameras. Cut the cameras. Cut the camera.
I got a lot to say about this clip, and it ain't gonna be pretty. Now, if you're watching this and you follow my channel, then you already know that I am here for Black women being loved authentically, being treated like queens, finding a loving, honest protector, provider, a faithful man. I do not believe in making race a qualifier because there are a lack of options of good men in any race. And Black women have an even more difficult time of finding a partner because of anti-Blackness, sexism, and even misogynoir. So basically, Black women cannot afford to discriminate on the basis of race. They have to be open to dating out. And that's dating Asian men, Indian men, shocker, Black men, or white tea men, indigenous men, whoever is the best candidate. But a lot of women comment underneath my videos and say, hey, ladies, y'all still dating Black men? Step y'all game up, date out. We ain't letting Black men play us for the fool no more. And let me be clear here. That is fine. I understand because, baby, trust and believe. I don't let nobody play in my face, and I would never let a Black man do that either. However, I will say this. What I find to be absolutely insane is, and this is, I promise you I'm going somewhere with this. It's insane to say that you won't let Black men disrespect you, as you shouldn't, but then you will let a man of another race play you, sexualize you, tell you that you're only good for one thing, and you will be cool with that only because he ain't Black. And that's weird to me. That to me, y'all can say, oh, you're trying to defend Black men and you're trying to get us to be with Black men. When I'm not, I could care. I could care less. But I will say this. That is weird. If you don't want to be a mammy for Black men, you shouldn't be a mammy for anybody. I don't co-sign Black women letting anybody play in their face. And I'm going to say this. You have a beautiful Black woman. Y'all saw her. She was looking very moisturized and glowy. She let a man of another race tell her that he basically just wants to be friends with benefits and use her for his own enjoyment. Sat there and told that woman that he only wanted to clap cheeks and that's it. And this woman seemed to be pleased by that. And, you know, I really think it's insane to stop allowing yourself to be used by Black men, to put down your cape, and to stop mammying for Black men, only to turn around and start doing the exact same thing for men of other races. That's wild to me. When you know that Black women are regarded as mammies, workhorses, laborers for everyone else in the world. We are the ones that stand up for and we protect and we defend and we use our voices for people that wouldn't spit on us if we were on fire. They are the same ones that disregard the issues that we face specifically. So my thing is this, is that I have no problem drawing the line and not letting Black men play in your face. I have no problem with that. I would never co-sign a Black woman doing that. But my thing is this, is that do you have a problem with being male-centered? Do you have a problem with being a mammy as long as it benefits you? Or you feel like you're going to have a man that's going to be around or whatever. I don't know what it is. I don't know what mentality would make you feel like being a mammy to a Black man is the wrong move to make, which it is. But then being a mammy to another man of another race for some reason is okay. When you already know how Black women are looked at. I don't understand that. You know what I'm saying? I'll just say this. I do not think that it is a flex to be wanted by a non-black man if he's going to treat you the same way that the collective of black men would? I don't think it's a flex to be wanted only in an actual manner by another race of man. Men have always, of all races, over-sexualized and used black women in this way. And I'm going to keep it real with y'all. I can guarantee you that he wouldn't have approached one of his own like that. And I say this all the time. Because it's still going to be people that misconstrue what I'm saying and say, oh, you're just trying to get us to be with a black man. I know it's because you're married to a black man. You're trying to defend them. I'm not, and nor would I ever. I don't believe in women doing anything for men when those men wouldn't do the same for them. I don't. So I would never do that. But so I want y'all to understand that. I'm not doing that. And I really do understand, seriously, on a serious note, being mad at the collective of black men. I really do. The experiences that I've had, and eventually one day I'll say, they've been absolutely insane. So I get what you're saying. But instead of using that anger to make you say, you know what, I see how black men have done me. I have seen how the men in my community have treated me. So let me tell you something. I'm never going to settle for less from no man. So even if I'm going to step outside my race, which is not a problem, I'm not going to let anyone else do me dirty either. I'm going to be even harder on these other men. But I see so many women taking the insecurity of not being prioritized by the men in our community. Then you take that and instead you allow yourself to be used as an option by men in other communities. Now that's insane to me, because I want y'all to understand something. It is not cool for a man to tell you that he just wants to use your body. It's not. I don't care if he's upfront with you or not. All right? Please know the mind of a man. If he's doing you like that and speaking to you in that manner, regardless of what he says or how he acts, he does not respect you, period. And when you add the racial complexities towards how black women are treated as being nothing but a shell or a husk or something to use and not being viewed as human, you've got to understand that men that are not black that are doing that, it's an even sicker dynamic that you don't want to involve yourself in. So you don't want to jump out of the frying pan into the fire. You want to say, hey, you black men, y'all can't get it together. Fine, kick y'all to the curb. But if I'm looking outside, I'm going to hold those same standards and those same thought processes that I have towards black men, towards other races of men. You can't give them a pass because they're not black. That doesn't make any freaking sense. And I'm really tired of seeing it because I see it all the time. Really, I really want black women to understand that the only thing that you should be accepting is being respected and being treated like the queen that you are. And that was just sad to see because she just seemed to be so happy and so geeked that he was willing to use her up. Like, I don't care. And I don't for anybody to say, well, what if she was cool with being used? I don't care if you cool with it or not. It doesn't make it okay. It doesn't. And I really need y'all to understand something. I understand that the collective of black men have failed black women. I get it. I totally understand that. I do. But unfortunately, I really feel like black women want to, and I say this all the time, they want to have an aha to black men and say, oh, well, you're not doing it, so we got these other races of men to do that. Yes, we do. We don't. We don't. Collectively, none of them will ever. And that's a fact. And you've got to accept that. The stats prove it. The numbers prove it. The treatment proves it. Everything proves it. When stuff happens to us, the fact that all of these other men that y'all, some of you guys are now putting on a pedestal, are silent or on hush mode, it should tell you all that you need to know. That unfortunately, accepting the truth means accepting that anti-blackness is everywhere. It is ingrained into the fabric of society. All societies, all races, all nationalities, all ethnicities. We have no allies or friends as black women. And that's exactly why I'm trying my best to create a space where like-minded Black women can come and we can connect and we can build friendships and we can build relationships and we can be our own advocates and our own allies and create a network where we can help and assist each other in whatever we need, whether it's friendship, whether it's opportunities, whether it's, financial help for our sisters that may be, having financial difficulties or whatever it can be or whatever it is. That's what I would like us to do, because we need to work on building each other and building our relationships, because looking outward, that's just not that we're just not going to get those protectors. Unfortunately, we're the group of women that are going to have to do it ourselves. That's it. So I want us to know that as Black women, we have got to make sure that we read between the lines and see who respects us truly and who doesn't. And I'm not saying that there aren't any men that are going to respect us, because there are. There are men of all races that will respect us and love us and uplift us. Absolutely. But will that be the majority of any of these races? No, it won't. The collective of all of them will never do what we need to be done, because of all of these other factors and anti-Blackness and the way Black women have been treated historically and all of these things. You get what I'm saying? I want y'all to know that a man is not going to be respectful just because he isn't Black. And what's crazy to me is most of the women that give me pushback when I talk about these things, they are not with any man of any race. Or they make comments where they talk about, oh, when I used to date this race of guy or that race of guy or this race of guy. And it's just like, well, if everything was peaches and cream with them, then why are you not married? Why wasn't this relationship long term? Why aren't you successful with these non-Black men if they are perfect? Respectfully, looky here. Look, I really want y'all to know, because I already know that this is going to cause people to be mad, but I have to say it because nobody else is saying it. And nobody else is saying it because they don't want to get canceled. Nobody else is saying it because they don't want to lose subscribers or followers or whatever the case may be. But as I said plenty of times, is that somebody somewhere has got to tell Black women the truth. And they have to be reasonable about it, because that's what life is. Nothing is all Black. Nothing is all white. I've got to be honest with y'all, and I just can't lie, regardless on whether it may help me financially or not. I can't do it. I got to tell y'all the truth. So let me just say this: make whatever choices and men that you want. I support it all. I really do. I'm not trying to tell you to be with a Black man, because that's what it always comes down to. I'm not trying to tell you that. I support whoever you want to choose. What I don't support is letting men of other races play in your face. All right? Like I said earlier, especially when you know how the majority of the world views us. They view us only in the way that we can be of servitude to them. They ignore our humanity in so many different ways. They use our bodies, they use our labor, ignoring the very real human woman with feelings inside that is desperate of acknowledgement. They don't even give that grace. You got white tea women out here rolling on the floor, yelling and crying. And people like, oh, how can I help? How can I help? Are you all right? I know that you seem to be the total aggressor in this, but how are you doing? While the Black woman is just standing there. Why? Because people don't view us as human. They don't. And so my thing is that realizing that is a very real reality when it comes to Black women, we've just got to realize that we don't got no homies out here. And that's all really I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? I just want to say it's hurtful to me. Because, I saw this woman make a video and she was like, well, I don't understand why there are creators that make content like what I make content about the collective of men and this and that. They say, oh, I don't understand why they make content about that. Why they don't just sit down, I guess, and be quiet and just worry about their situation and them being married. And my thing is this: the reason why I make these type of content is not to force y'all to choose whoever, whenever, because at the end of the day, I What you choose in your life will not have a direct effect on me. But I will say this, I love Black women, truly and deeply. I really do. I'm a Black woman. I have Black daughters. I love Black women. I think that we are so magical and unique and resilient and beautiful and intelligent and talented and all of these things. And all I want to do is see us happy. And I feel like a lot of times I make content to help young Black girls. You might be watching this video. You might be on the fence about some dude. And I tell you about the red flags to look at. And you say, you know what? He been doing a lot of that stuff. Let me kick him to the curb. Or a girl that may not have had intercourse yet. And she's like, oh, this guy's pressuring me. Let me think if I should do it. No, don't do it. You'll be sorry about it later. Or older women that may have made mistakes. And they say, hey, you know what? I realize that this, that, and the third, I should be doing this differently or that differently. All I do is make this content in hopes that something, somewhere that I say can help you or help your life go in a better direction. Or it can just give you validation and saying, you know what, I thought that way. But nobody was really telling me that. People was gaslighting me. People were saying I was bugging out. But look at all these other women that are in these comments and the creator that made this video. I agree. That's the only reason why I'm doing this, because like I said, I get accused of having this agenda to try to get Black women to date Black men and do this and that because I have a Black husband. At the end of the day, baby, let me tell you something. I am happily married. I've been married for 15 years to a Black man that treats me like a queen, pays all the bills, does everything that he can do for me. I love him deeply. At the end of the day, I could say, hey, you know what? I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm straight. I'm in my 40s. I got 2 kids. All right, cool, whatever. Forget it. Bump all of it. I ain't got to say nothing. Let me just shut up and go enjoy my real life. But I don't do that because I love Black women. I don't have no other agendas. And it's hurtful when people constantly accuse me of that or send me DMs accusing me of that. I don't have any agendas, man. I don't have no class that I'm selling you. I don't have no classes to tell you, oh, this is how you get a man like mine. You got to wear pink dresses and you got to wear your hair in silk presses. Oh, this is how you do it. You got to have a beat face all the way down every single solitary day and have your nails and feet done and don't have your eyebrows or eyelashes out of place. And I'm going to tell you how to get this man, this 6-figure man or this 7-figure man that's going to do this and that. All you got to do is pay me $1,400. Like, I don't have no agendas like that. The only thing I challenge you to do is think logically and think reasonably and realize that if you're a Black woman and you're great and you're awesome, and when people say that all Black women are this or that, don't think that every single solitary Black man is bad, and don't think that every single solitary white T man or other race of man is fantastic. Because if that was the case, those other races of women wouldn't be on TikTok, wouldn't be on Instagram, wouldn't be on Facebook, wouldn't be on YouTube, hooting and hollering about how they don't like how they're being treated. And that's really, I don't know. That's all I really wanted to say. I hope that y'all understand what I'm saying. I just don't want to see, and this may hurt for me to say, but I have to say it. I just don't want to see Black women allowing men to use them up and to play them. Because I really feel like this. A lot of times, other races of men, they feel that Black women are desperate because they know the reality of how the collective of our men treat us. They not stupid. They see it. They may not say nothing. They may not be in the comments, but they see how Black men play. They see it. And a lot of them, the smart ones, is like, oh, wow, these women don't get no love. I can use that to my advantage. I can use that to manipulate them, get them to move heaven and earth for me, I can use them up until I can't use them no more and kick them to the curb and pick up another one. Because I'm in this nightmare dating group, and to see a lot of the ways now that non-Black men approach Black women on these dating apps is great. It's wild. And, I got approached by plenty of non-Black men back in my day when I was single. And I never in my life, I don't think ever had seen men, white T men or non-Black men feeling comfortable enough to say the things that they say nowadays. And I think it's all because of, like I said, what is happening with everyone seeing how we're treated in front of the world. I mean, it's just not hard to see it. It's very public. It's very public. And I don't think that Black women do anything to stop that by openly acting like all a man has to do is be not Black and they're just automatically the king. They're just automatically going to be so great. They're just automatically doing all of this stuff that's amazing and special and awesome. And I think that a lot of time these men feel like if they give us a crumb of attention or a drippity drop of affection, that we're going to be willing to do whatever they want. And that's not something that we should ever allow. We're just breaking the chains of being a man-me's for Black men. We just breaking the chains of letting them do all of this crazy stuff. Y'all want to just jump to letting everybody else put their boots on our neck? Like, nah. I can't see me not letting Black women know that that's not the way to go. But because at that point, we move from being the mammies and the enablers of Black men to being the mammies and enablers of all men. And that is a horrific reality. I would hate to see that in 15 years. This whole thing that we have this dynamic about how, a lot of Black women in the community coddle Black men, how they, center them and how they just allow themselves to be used up by Black men, that now all these Black women have all of these different same experiences with other races of men because we never unpacked why we shouldn't be doing that in the first place. We just jump from one to another. Like, no, ma'am, I'm sorry. I can't. So be mad. But at the end of the day, please know that I don't have an agenda. I could care less who you choose. Because at the end of the day, if you get dogged out or even if you don't, either way, it's not going to affect me directly. It will affect me because you are my sister and I care for you and I want you to be happy. But at the end of the day, please don't mistake it for anything other than that. Honestly. Because, boy, some of y'all have really disrespected. Y'all better be glad. Because some of y'all have disrespected me real hard. And I just sometimes I might go back and forth with y'all a little bit. But I really don't want to be a hypocrite because if I say I love Black women and I want to support them and uplift them, what do I look like even if I disagree with what you're saying? Even if I feel like you disrespected me and you played in my face, I try not to really go deep and go ham on you or say a whole bunch of hurtful things. I just choose to, let me just go ahead and block this person. Hi, user and comments from this channel permanently. Now you can't ever comment. Now if I was on TikTok and we were doing lives, it might be a little different. But even then, even when women would get in my lives and do some of the things that's happening here, that's happening on YouTube, I would, sometimes get a little bit funny, but not really super heavy because it makes me feel uncomfortable. Because at the end of the day, I only started this platform to love on Black women, to uplift Black women, to upbuild Black women, to let them know that if you haven't heard it from your family, you haven't heard it from your brothers, you haven't heard it from your dad, your uncles, a man, you are the bomb, okay? I don't even know if people say that anymore, but you are amazing. And don't let nobody play in your face like you not. So anyway, with that being said, that was a lot that I said. Hopefully you guys get it. But hey, I realize now as I'm coming into my own as a content creator, is that there are going to be people that feel you and understand what you're saying. And then there are going to be people that don't. And you can break it down like ABC 1, 2, 3. And there will still be people that will come in your comments and misunderstand everything that you said, even though you laid it out completely like you were in elementary. And that has happened to me so many times. And that's a lot of times the reason why I go back and forth and repeat my point to try to explain it again for the people that seem to not have comprehension. I don't know. But anyway, that's all I'm saying, y'all. But I love y'all. I really do. And with that, I digress. If you watched this whole video and you enjoyed it and I did not stress you out, please do me a favor, all right? Drop a 111 in the comments and let me know that you enjoyed this video. And if you can't donate to my Cash App above, that's no problem at all. Just do your girl a free favor, okay? It will not cost you nothing. I know times are hard out here. So just do your girl a free favor. Follow me on TikTok. I still live stream there when the mood strikes. Now, I am going to try my best to get up here and do this YouTube thing and streaming there. y'all just got to give me the Black Friday, all right? Because I'm going to try to get me a new laptop and try to do these systems that these people have told me will help me to be able to put something up on the screen instead of the black screen that I've been using when I do YouTube, because apparently some people don't like that, which is no problem. You know, I do feel a little weird that it's just a black screen, because TikTok is it's a lot more entertaining to live stream because you got stuff that you can do and see and use, et cetera, et cetera. So just give me a second, y'all, all right? Let me get these coins. Let me get to this Black Friday and get this laptop so I can do a little bit more. But anyway, y'all, yeah, so follow me on YouTube and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss any of my new uploads. And as always, ladies, I love to hear from y'all, and I know I'm going to hear from y'all with this video. And it's cool. It's cool. It's cool. Please drop your thoughts, comments, and feelings down below.